But you're going to find consistency using silver bullet because it's time-based, and it's always going to form. Every single day, it's there. The problem is you want it to form on your favorite time frame. You want it to fit your already established expectation or preconceived notions about what price should do. And you're not following the rules. So yes, you're doing shit wrong. And you're not getting the results, and that's expected, right? If I give you a recipe and say, this is the ingredients, this is the order you do it, and this is what you should expect as a result, and you substitute something, okay? You leave a key ingredient out and replace it with what you think is better suited for that. You're not going to get the same result. And don't complain that you didn't get the result that was promoted by me that you should be getting if you're doing something outside the scope of the instructions and parameters I've given. If you come to me as an educator, as a mentor, you're trusting me enough to give me your attention initially. So why don't you fucking follow the rules that I've placed in front of you? You're failing. You are failing, not me. You are. So you have to change that shit. It's always going to be you. When I mess up and when I fail, nobody's fault but mine. That's accountability. You have to be accountable to yourself. And some people just don't want to be accountable. They want to have the luxury of being able to blame somebody else because they fucked up. They didn't do something right. And in this industry, guess what, Jack? You don't get that luxury. It's always you. Because I don't run a fucking signal service. If you make money, congratulations. You did it right. Well done. I am proud of you. If you lose money, eat that shit because you did it on your own. What do you mean, eat that shit? Learn from it. It's hard medicine. It's a bitter pill. Swallow it. It's going to make you better. It will make you better. It's going to make you the trader you want to be. You think that it's always going to be the sugar highs that make you the best trader that you're ever going to be. Give me the stuff that works, ICT. Fuck all the bullshit. You're going to learn from all the cuts, the abrasions, the bruises, the losses. That's what I learned from. And you're going to learn from it too. But you have to allow that to happen. You can't tiptoe around thinking, I'm going to avoid losing trades. You're not. Because the more you try to do that, it's going to land right in your lap. But every single time I blew out an account, it was on the heels of a good run. And I wanted to feel good again because it was wearing off too fast. The same fucking hour, walking around like, oh man, shit. I made more money than I make a whole month. A whole month of work in this bullshit job. I made more money than that in this one fucking trade. Man, like if I just did that once a month, I don't need to have a job. Yeah, it's great. It's wearing off. I gotta do it again. And you think that you can just go into the market and find something like that again, forgetting the fact that it just took you 2.5, 3 weeks for that price run to continue, to complete and go to its target. You get tore up by the chemical imbalances in your brain when you win, and you don't even know what that feels like yet because you haven't done it yet. You haven't won. You haven't found consistency. And when that achievement is reached, you have a whole new level of learning to go through. It's something, folks. It's a learning process.
Yo, 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 yo. Good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Happy Monday. Hope you guys are doing well. Good morning, good morning. Say what's up in the chat. Let me know where you guys are calling in from. 1 second. Let me turn this down a little bit so I'm not blowing your guys' eardrums out. What's up, MJ? What's up, Tiger fam? Welcome. Appreciate it. What's up, Nika? Donald. Lulu Lemoon. Good morning. Mr. Darwala. Michael Bennett. Let's see who else we got up here. Zachariah, Avneet, Drop Shop, Boombo Clat. What's up, man? Good morning, Ella, Juan. What's up, guys? What's up, Debbie, Cookie? What's up, Simba? Jordan? Natalie? Allie? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Like the stream, boys and girls, let's go ahead and get rocking and rolling into some charts, I suppose. We got market just opened up. So we just opened up this morning. And, well, obviously no news Monday today. So we have no news today. We have no news tomorrow. We have no news Wednesday. So this is going to be a little bit of an interesting week, I would say. Check the earnings calendar. There's no earnings calendar news that we got to be mindful of either. Let's go ahead and get this all where we need it, boys and girls. Let's go ahead and just remove the shite. So far today, one, we've opened up with a pretty big new week opening gap here. I actually haven't marked it out yet, but you can see it pretty easily with the naked eye, boys and girls. New week opening gap here. Go ahead and mark that out. And if you're looking at, I guess, the weekly range, here's our weekly chart here on the NASDAQ. So traded up into this weekly for value gap last week. As of right now, previous weekly high is still intact. And, you know, it really kind of just depends on what we picture to happen this week and what this weekly candle will form and look like. I got to be honest with you and just admit that I really don't know. I mean, it'd be nice to be optimistic and think that we're going to see a lot of movement because we've been seeing quite a bit of movement, but to be realistic with the news throughout the week, I would be kind of surprised. I should say this. I should say, like, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a weekly candle that looked kind of lackluster, right? So, like, not last week's weekly candle, but the week before. I mean, we ended up basically with a doji there. You know, you can see, you know, whenever we get some expansion, that's kind of been the mode. So with the economic calendar being the way that it is this week, I wouldn't be surprised if that's how this all kind of shakes out. So maybe potentially if that is the condition that we're getting, it might be a good week to be nimble. It might be a good week to just take, you know, low-hanging fruit targets and maybe not demand too much. But those are just kind of my initial thoughts going into this week. Obviously, they're always subject to change if necessary, boys and girls. So as far as the bias for today goes, for me, I'm generally always pretty much neutral on Mondays. You know, waiting for the rest of the, you know, as the week gets going, we have more information that we can actually form a more solid bias. If I was just to go off of price action though, today we've traded down, we've taken out Thursday low, we are trading down into these inefficiencies in here. And as of right now, showing some respect. So I would be bullish probably to new week opening gap at least. And then maybe see some resistance there. But given this reaction, same thing on ES here as well. Bullish order flow is still respecting for the moment. So you kind of just have to go with the order flow and what order flow is saying until it tells you otherwise. So, but you could see as price is digging back up into here, you could see how this could hold and flip for short as well. Just going off of this bearish breaker, this would be your bearish breaker here that we're tapping into. So it's kind of a little bit of a wait and see. But bearish breaker here on the 4 hour. But we're kind of trapped in between PD arrays, right? So we're trapped in between this bullish fair value gap and now tapping into this. So could be high resistance as this all kind of shakes out. 1 hour, 15 minute. Here's where we're at currently. Go ahead and delete this. Asia low swept. Like I said, would like to see, even if we do go any lower today, I would like to see it probably dig back into the new week opening gap and potentially Asia high. We're a little ways out from that though. Currently about 140 points. ES is a little bit closer proximity, it looks like. So we'll see what we get, boys and girls. Let me check the poll in the chat. 54% of the chat is bullish. 32% bearish. 13% neutral. 233 votes, boys and girls. All right, we'll close it off there. The chat is bullish today by kind of a large margin. But we'll end it there. What's up, Vinicius? Good morning from Brazil. I trade the indices, all things Kira. NASDAQ and NQ. Mostly NASDAQ. But I don't know. The way that price has been forming, I feel like the last month, maybe it's a year to switch over to ES and start trading ES more. We've kind of been talking about it a lot on stream, how ES basically beats NQ to all the objectives, even if it's the weaker one or the stronger one. It almost doesn't matter. It's like ES just always wins the race. It's like ES is the sperm that gets to the egg. It's like, how the fuck did this one win? You know what I mean? Last week was just 3 break-even trades, and then basically 2 losses, 1 win at the end of the day on Friday, or 1 win on Friday on stream, which made up for the couple of L's, and that was pretty much it. So, yeah, last week wasn't anything special for me. Good morning from Taiwan. Did you know why ICT marked the first presented fair value gap? Do you know why I did the ICT marked the first presented fair value gap on 9:30 candle? If you're asking if he's tweeting stuff right now or if he's posting something in the Telegram, I don't know. I have all that muted. I don't look at any of that stuff while I'm trading. But yeah, no, first presented fair value gap, it comes in regular trading hours. So let me close the ES off here. So this is regular trading hours. And you can see the huge opening range gap that is here as well, as we're digging up into that currently. The first presented fair value gap would actually be right here right now on the 9:36 a.m. candle. So this is your first presented. And we are, if I get this here. Oh, wrong one. Trading up right now in between the, well, I guess we're in the second quadrant here, above 25% of the opening range gap, 50% of the opening range gap, pretty much aligns with 50% of the new week opening gap as well. Let's go back to electronic. This thing is, I mean, this shit is just straight up here. So I would personally like to see this be all a Judah swing here as we roll into the end of the opening range. Silver bullet hour. This would be nice. This is dumb at 10, watch. I'm assuming you meant dump at 10. It's been doing it all the time, even when negative SMT is crazy. It's just been trading ES lately because of the day. Yeah, so maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll have to stubbornly switch back to trading ES a little bit more. It is pretty frustrating. Obviously, Friday it worked out pretty good. Friday we ended up getting our Asia low target hit on NQ, and it wasn't reached on ES. We formed SMT with that, and that was what caused us to essentially get out of our trade. So that worked out pretty good, but like that's been like one example out of I don't even know how many examples where the exact opposite happens. So it's definitely been a little bit of an outlier like that. My weekend was good, MT. How was yours? Twas good, twas good. Cannot complain. ES is like a mother who loves the child, but NQ is the stepmom who beats the shit out of the kid. Oops, wrong one. I like that. I like that. It sounds like NQ's toxic, and we all love toxic relationships, so that checks out. That checks out to me. Daily has no wick. I saw you mention that the first time. Let's see. Daily has no wick. I'm looking at the daily, and it looks like I'm not sure what daily you're talking about, unless you're talking about the beginning of last week. There's a tiny little wick, I guess, but not much of one. No wick. I see wicks. Oh, I see wicks. Even if I'm going off New York midnight, I see wicks. Also, by the way, guys, I'm going to be trading. I'll be executing on NinjaTrader and Replicanto today. So forgive me in advance if I have any sort of like fuck ups while I'm trying to do it. It's all a new world to me, boys. Now that I've switched over to PC, it's all a new world. I gotta pop my cherry with a lot of this stuff. All right, so give me a break. But I got my lunch packed up. I got my boots tied tight. I hope I don't get in a fight. Oh, back to school. Back to school. So we'll see how it goes. Trump news, right? I don't think so. Maybe he's talking right now. I'm not sure. Nah, there's no Trump news, though, that I'm aware of. Any headlines pop up on my phone yet? Nope. Oh, back to school. In Exness platform daily has no wick. I'm not sure what Exness is. Is that a CFD chart that you're looking at? Your stepmom beats you, Lulu. Man. Does she ever get stuck in the dryer? That's your chance. Revenge. I did grab a few Apex accounts, Ganesh. My plan will be to trade them separately, though, than my other ones, just because I want to manage them different. So the idea would be to potentially do PM streams, like, specifically for the Apex accounts. You know, I will have to manage them differently because of the intraday trailing drawdown, or I'll want to manage them differently because of it until I get above, obviously, past the accounts, get the PAs above the trailing drawdown, or the drawdown limit plus $100. Then after that, the trailing drawdown stops, and at that point, you can trade them just like all your other accounts. So that's my plan. That's my plan. Oh yeah, the Biden news dropped over the weekend, huh? Stage 4. Was it prostate cancer? Was that what it was? I'm not sure how to feel about it. Obviously, it's sad. Cancer's gay. But you can't help but think that we weren't lied to at the same time about his supposed clean bill of health. I mean, I think we all kind of, like, I think a lot of people were very privy to that probably being the case, but, you know, we were told that he had a perfectly clean bill of health the whole time, and now all of a sudden he has stage 4 cancer. It's not like you just get stage 4 cancer out of nowhere. So, pretty strange. Seems like there may have been some dishonesty, folks. Yes, Sam Sewer. PM streams. Coming soon, I'm thinking. Maybe as early as this week. Maybe as early as today. I'm not sure. He said he had cancer back in 2022. I didn't see that, if that's true, but then we were absolutely lied to. How to trade 25K PA. It's the same formula for risk management applies to whatever size account you have. You just take your drawdown and you divide it by however many trades you want to lose before you blow the account, and you risk no more than that per trade. Should make a Zoom meeting setup. That'd be for private groups, but you guys really hate the 4 to 8 second delay on YouTube, huh? How to trade Apex with trailing drawdown? What's your approach? Well, that's why I'm going to be trading them separately and by themselves, is for that exact reason. I'm going to probably have to do a little bit of trial and error, a little bit of figuring it out and adjusting to it, because it's just so different than how I trade, like, generally. So yeah, it'll take a little bit of an adjustment period. We are just freaking straight up here at the open, boys and girls, so this is fun. Into the new week opening gap. Asia highs are right here. About to run these out. We probably have ran them out already on ES. Yes, we have. So there is an SMT with the Asia high currently. 50% of the opening range gap. I'm going to go ahead and delete that. Oh, Asia high. Dyslexia. Just kidding. I'm not dyslexic, but sometimes. How do you divide risk? So I will probably trade them a little bit more risky. Then when I say a little bit more risky, I mean, like, I'll probably divide my drawdown by, you know, 3 to 5 trades for those. I don't have a private group, Mahavir. I stream for free on YouTube. But yeah, if you weren't trying to, I mean, you could divide it by even more than that, right? You know, and I probably will divide it by slightly more than that once they're PAs, right? And then you have a bunch of them stacked up because you don't want to blow them. Well, so far the chat was right. 55% of the chat was bullish. Price opened up right here and went straight up. No, I'm not gonna do 20 at the same time. Not yet, at least. What's your reasoning for trying Apex? It goes against the way you trade. No, I get trying to diversify, but if it goes against your style, it's pointless. LOL. Well, it only goes against my style for the first until you get the account above the drawdown amount, and then it stops. So I don't know. Is it worth, in your opinion, biting the bullet, accepting the challenge, trying to get it above that threshold, and then you can trade it however you want? I think so. I mean, where else can you get the scalability? Yeah, fair. Fair. Yeah, I don't know. The way that I look at it is if all these not all these, but if these other guys can make it happen, I feel like I can as well. You know, it'll just be a little bit of a learning curve, and I'll have to adjust a little bit at first, but you know, it's just crazy how the base hits, there might be a really small amount of profit spread out across 20 or more accounts, obviously with other firms included as well. I mean, it's just insane. Right? That's gonna be a lot more plausible way to make a lot of money with prop than it will be having a few accounts and trying to make a lot of profit on those individual accounts versus making little amounts of money across a lot of accounts. Have I entered yet? No. I'm not in anything. This is just going up. We opened up and went straight up, so I'm looking for a Judas swing lower. Or at least I was. Top of the hour in 7 minutes. New 4-hour candle. We're in the new week opening gap. And yeah, even if I was looking for longs, it would require a rebalance at least to first presented for value gap. So no, I favor a sell-off here. Ideally, what would happen is I'd be able to potentially be able to do something like this. Obviously, we haven't taken Asia high yet, so I'm kind of thinking we could go take out Asia high yet. But yeah, I mean, even if you were just take it back to like 9:30 open. And then the idea would be break even inside first presented for value gap. And see if we can get down to 9:30 opening price again, opening range low. But yeah, we have SMT with Asia high currently with ES, so NQ doesn't have to get there. That's why I'm seeing like if this holds, we should finish off Asia high. If not, we could see lower. Yeah, we're in a lot of overlapping things right now currently. A lot of conflicting PD arrays at the moment. But this is just the thought process in my head that I'm, you know, just because I'm not marking out things all the time doesn't mean I'm not like anticipating anything to happen. But we'll see. We got new 4-hour in 4 minutes. So potential new 4-hour PO3. But yes, we have SMT with Asia High currently. And we have SMT here now as well on this 1 minute structure with ES. Hit the daily distribution level on the stat map, boys and girls. Tyler, you said you would work on not taking partials and hold the whole thing to the TP. How would I come over the fear of giving up on those profits? Well, you just got to probably become more fond of break-even trades. You are going to have some trades where you give up profits. But the idea would be that the trades that do hit your target, you're going to make up for that because you're going to make way more. I mean, it's a trade-off either way. And it's not that you can't partial. If partialing is genuinely what is going to prevent you from going on tilt and screwing yourself over in the long run, then by all means, absolutely take partials. That's why I developed such a habit of taking partials, is because, you know, I found myself going on tilt when I would be deep in profit, and then I'd take nothing off the table and I'd get nothing for it. So it's really up to you at the end of the day. I just would like to think I'm at a different point in my trading now that, you know, I'm not as prone to be going on tilt from stupid shit like I was when I first started trading. That's not too bad though, Amine. 7 months, break even. I actually have an audio for this. I have an ICT audio for this. It's a minute long. Maybe you've heard it if you've been around the block here for a bit, but no, the break-even spot's a good spot to be in, to be honest. I mean, you're literally just a couple tweaks, maybe one tweak away from going from break-even to easily profitable. The audio is also in the Discord, by the way. Generally what's happening when you're at like a break-even point, because I'll go through break-even phases in my trading, and usually the break-even phases in my trading are like me, you know, taking like too many small paper cuts before I get to my next nice winning trade. Like I'll take a nice 1 to 2 or 1 to 3 trade, sometimes even a little bit more than that, but like I will have taken like 3 to 4 small losses leading up to that trade, right? So it's like, how can I limit those as much as possible? Like the periods where I'm really making some decent strides is when I'm cutting all those out, or many of them out, and then I'm still hitting those winning trades that come around as they do. So you know, I feel like one of the things that did help me cut out some of those unnecessary losses is obviously top-down analysis, but like one of the things that would cause a lot of losses for me, and sometimes still does if I try to like step in front of the market before, you know, this actually happens. But like, let's say you're in between 2 PD arrays and you just like kind of hope that one of them is going to fail. Like let's say you're between an hourly fair value gap or maybe like just to say between 2 hourly fair value gaps. You got a bearish one, a bullish one, and you're kind of like hoping one fails or the other. You're met with a high resistance condition, and you end up kind of getting chopped up a little bit. Like instances like that, generally always was really prone for unnecessary losses. Hang on, boys and girls. We keep forming SMT at this high. Like ES keeps rating these highs for higher highs, and then we got NQ that's failing to do so. I'm interested to see if this is going to finally sell off here or not. We're into the new 4 hour. So we'll see if we get this 4 hour power of 3 above this previous 4 hour high and get Asia high taken out on NQ as well. So this SMT could be a little deceiving this morning, as it is. But anyway, yeah, no, I feel like I would take a lot of unnecessary losses like that. Sometimes I still do. It just kind of depends on my confidence and if I'm willing to risk it. You know, so there's Asia high, boys and girls. But to me, I don't know a better way to tell somebody that's at a break-even phase to get out of the break-even phase. It's really just, it's not even about winning more. It's just about losing less. I'm a firm believer in that. Like truthfully, being profitable as a trader is like not trying to become so good that you just are, you know, winning all the time. Is you're winning just as much as you need to be profitable, but it's the losses that are eating up the wins too much. And that's where journaling comes into play as well. My Asian range right here, 8 p.m. to midnight, boys and girls. I feel like we just keep putting in different bearish SMTs and then running them out. We got another one here. Tyler, 5 years doing this full time. Took me approximately 1.5 to 2 years to consistently profitable and 50K above break even. Nice. Yeah, it takes time. I mean, it is what it is. Like, you know, it's like it's just like a gradual process. First, it's all the strategy jumping and just figuring out the basic shit, and then it's the psychology aspect with like not going on till, not revenge trading, all those things. And then from there, it's like about refinement. How do you refine your risk and your strategy to the point where you can avoid some of those paper cuts? And all that shit takes like a fair amount of time, which is why trading takes as long as it does. Well, then you also got to get the emotional disassociation of money as well. I feel like that's something that's not talked about enough either. Like you kind of have to be, to some degree, a little more disassociated with money than the average person. I mean, whether you're talking about blowing up prop accounts or whether you're talking about blowing live money that, you know, is yours, you guys know how it goes. Picturing those conversations. A lot of you can just from memory just picture any conversations you've had with anybody about any sort of money, right? And the fact that you would be potentially losing your money, and sometimes the amounts of money that you're losing and putting at risk just by looking at a chart on a screen. The idea of that for some people is like they would look at you like you're an alien. So there is a little bit of disassociating the money that has to go on. You'll never really fully totally disassociate. At least you shouldn't. Otherwise, you'll probably just end up disrespecting money altogether, and that will be not good either. But yeah, you have to be okay with risk at the end of the day. A lot of people aren't okay with risk. That's why you see people doing, like, my grandpa is a perfect example. He's one of those guys that put money in the stock market years ago, you know, was all, you know, happy-go-lucky when things were going up, and then things crashed, and then he got all pissed off and took all of his money out and called the stock market a scam. And ever since then, he's had money just sitting in a bank account, basically. And I'm just like, are you retarded? I don't know if I should claim him as my grandfather. I mean, it's actually kind of embarrassing. What a fucking pussy. You know? So that's just how it is, man. Yeah, some people just, the thought of that risk is insane. And that's like a very mild. When you talk about day trading, now you're going up about 20 notches. And crypto, this thing is just fucking busting, jumping out the gym. Oh, here we go. Jumping out the gym, boys and girls. Hope you just press the buy button right at open. Literally. Like, literally, if you press the buy button at open, you had no drawdown. Zero drawdown. You were never in drawdown. You shouldn't talk about them like that, bro. I'll talk about them however the fuck I want. How about that? I can love him and call him a pussy at the same time. Pussy ass bitch. Oh, I'm old. I'm afraid. Me scared of market go down. What a pussy. Because you know what else? You know what fucking else? He got to buy real estate. He had the opportunity to buy real estate for a corn dog and a ride home. You know what our generation gets taught? Oh, yeah, well, nobody your generation wants to work anymore. But yeah, check this shit out. This is crazy. Yeah, fuck you, pal. Yeah, fuck you, pal. I don't know if you guys will even see this. So this is like comparing the baby boomer generation to the millennial generation with like median income versus the cost of a house. I don't know if you guys can see that or not very well. Let's just say this. The median income for baby boomers, $23,000 a year. The median house price was $83K. Now, the median income is like $75K, with housing prices being just under $500,000. That's the median. So yeah, if I want to call him a little pussy ass bitch because he's afraid of some money in the stock market going down, yeah, he can eat my ass. How about that? Sorry, Gramps. All he had to do is buy a house and just sit on it. It could be a complete dump. It could be a complete dump. All he's got to do is buy a house and just wait, and it's gonna, like, that alone is gonna be worth. There's your 1 to 6R trade. And now we gotta pay more of his kind. These inflated prices over my dead body. You eat my ass. I know a good trade when I see one, and that ain't one. Yeah, I don't think I would be here if he was, Ella, but maybe he's flipped since then, but yes, Matthew, I've been able to cover. Oh my god, my dog just scared the shit out of me. I have been able to pay my monthly bills off of payouts. Yes. I don't know if that answers your question or not, but it's also not my only income stream, as you guys are well aware. For our trade today for Wriggles, attaboy. Nenya, quit being a bitch. Jeez, you guys are so sensitive. I can't call my grandpa a pussy without you guys getting offended. Like, shut up. It's not like I said I didn't love the guy. It's not like I wish death on the guy. Y'all need to take a chill pill. Think carefully. All right, I'll think real careful. Be real careful with my thinking. Wow, thanks. That really helped. No, Sand Dip. I have not tried Top 1 futures, and I don't plan to for probably a while. Listen, this is actually a true story, though. How about this? And I don't know if you, like, I told my dad to buy Bitcoin. I told my dad to buy Bitcoin before COVID, during COVID, and in 2022. Anybody want to guess if he listened? Nope. Pussy. Yeah, so now when we talk, it says, oh, so what's the price of Bitcoin at now? Oh, really? Oh. Wow. Well, that must make you feel pretty good, huh? Nope. He'd rather put the money in mutual funds. Oh, Bitcoin, I don't really understand that. Oh. Can you name 10 of the stocks in your mutual fund portfolio? Oh, you can't? Nice. Makes sense. Wait, get this. On top of that, gonna pay a financial advisor that's gonna cut into my compounded interest up to 1% per year. All because you're not technologically savvy enough to understand how to just do it yourself on your computer. Holy cow. And yeah, we're the dumb ones. You know what I'm saying? You know how much money that is over like a 30, 40, 50-year period of time. Sheesh. That's a lot. That's not good. But we're the financially illiterate ones because we pay the forced prices of the current housing market. That makes sense. Yeah, well, we're just moving up here, boys. Hey, if anybody hasn't noticed yet, we're bullish today. We're going higher. Just flying straight up here at the open. Never even a thought about going lower, even for 1 second. You know what I'm saying? Even for 1 second, we didn't even consider that thought. That's nice. Damn. Yeah, no trade as of right now. No trade yet. I guess this before I let him go. Radiation in the chat. You're a bitch. You bitch. Pussy. All right. Radiation, we'll see you in 24 hours when your timeout's over. All right. I just wanted you to know that I thought you were a bitch before I said goodbye. The king of Mondays is today, Monday, I guess. What? Oh. We're already through the new week opening gap. That's what this white shaded area is. Yeah. That's mature? Yep. That's exactly my thought process, Romir, every time I read half the comments in the chat. That's mature. Thanks for reading my mind. It's not radiating anymore, huh? Yeah, well, shoot. Might as well take a big step back. That could be something too, Tyler Jacobs. I didn't even think of that. You never know. All right, peace out, Monkeef. Good luck. Enjoy your leg day. Do I have a jacuzzi? No. Do you have a jacuzzi, Nico? What was your favorite prop firm? I would say, and can you tell us for what reason did you choose it? I would say Tradeify. I would say Tradeify would be the favorite there because you pretty much have everything in sense of instant funding. You can go the eval phase if you want. You can do, you know, cheaper with an activation fee or slightly more expensive without an activation fee. You get rewarded with a little bit higher consistency rule with that. But to me, with I guess Tradeify, you have everything there. But you also have a lot of options with My Funded Futures as well, other than the straight to sim funded. So that'd be the only thing with that. Obviously, Apex, you have the scalability. Take Profit Trader. Yeah, I haven't promoted them or used them as of yet, just because they have trailing drawdown on your funded accounts, like the intraday trailing drawdown, I should say. So like the Apex intraday trailing drawdown, but it's on the funded account and it never goes away. I mean, Top Step's still good. I still have my XFAs with Top Step. I don't know why this this Arab guy keeps getting mad at me. This Arab guy has commented on like a couple of my videos now saying like I betrayed Top Step or something when Top Step betrayed all of their partners. I've never once said Top Step's a bad firm to trade with. But yeah, if you think I'm gonna if you think I'm gonna promote a firm that did everybody dirty like that for free, you can take a ride on my disco stick. There's no free advertising here. How they betray you, gang. Crying face. Oops. As you should, Tyler. Now you're starting to get it. What's up, Akash and VJ? I offended your brother Nanye earlier when I called my grandpa a pussy. So you might have to roughen him up a little bit because he seems sensitive. All right, boys. Hang on. I gotta be a dog dad for a little bit. Give me a moment.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I'm back. You guys miss me? More so I should say, what did I miss? Holy cow. When it rains, it pours. What is going on in here? New 30-minute candle. Getting a decent little sell-off here. Just comes back in, sits down, immediately presses the button. That's fucking hilarious. I do like this setup though, for sure. I'm not gonna lie. For a minute. Bearish breaker. Created an inversion here. We don't have any. Kind of finding some support off that 5-minute. Maybe I'll wait and tape read this one. It's tempting though. See if I want to find any resistance with this. Not in this or anything yet, boys and girls. Yeah, dude, I took him out. He looked like he had to go outside, so I took him outside, and I kid you not, he exploded everywhere. And then, well, there was this older lady with her dog. And I had to help her with, she had dropped some stuff. So I was helping her, and then my dog was trying to hump her dog. Yeah, it was just a little bit of a fiasco there, boys and girls. Yeah. It was blessed by an Eskimo medicine man. Oh, Eric. You didn't even wait for me. The count is blown already? He is horny, yes. Trump and Putin talking. Ooh. Ooh. So you're saying we might have some fireworks? Is that what I'm hearing? They do say that, cupboard dweller, yes. That's very true. What's funny is I actually saw a funny meme about that the other day. Yeah, too much scrolling. Doing too much. Yeah, lovely morning here, boys and girls. I haven't taken any trades today, obviously. We opened up and just went straight up in one direction. I'm, you know, waiting to see maybe what this next macro around 11 a.m. does. But currently very one-sided today. Very one-sided. Taking out the distribution level on the session stat map, as well as on the daily. So, you know, I guess if you were to frame a market that was overbought or oversold, this would be about as overbought as it could be, I would say. Traded almost negative 4 standard deviations of the range. See if we can get this to respect here. Framed out this 3-minute unicorn, bearish unicorn. Not entering straight away as we are bouncing from this fair value gap in here and new week opening gap. So I believe I would like to see a little bit more willingness to move lower before I engage, just so I can avoid any sort of loss just getting ran out here as this maybe just continues to grind higher. So that's the thought process there. Would wait to see this really start to give out and then engage in this leg here with stop at this high would be my plan. If that happens, but I'm not going to be surprised at all if this just continues to push for another drive higher. And I don't want to fight that personally. I don't want to fight it, and I don't want to buy up here. So that's just kind of where we're at. Have I ever ate dog shit before? No. Why? Is it good? Would you recommend? Took a short on ES. Liquidity sweep, market structure shift, breaker, 2-minute fair value gap. Good luck. Yes, I believe so. Lax me. Yeah, so pretty much it. Let's do a P&L check quick before we're not going to go yet, but let me know if anybody's been pressing the button today. My guess is most people are going to be flat. Nasty, what's up, man? Good to see you. Past 2 evals, nice. Green from London. Yeah, there really hasn't been anything here for me. I mean, honestly, the structure isn't terrible if you're going off of like 1 hour. You know what I mean? Like if you were just trading off 1 hour structures. Like especially on ES, I feel like it looks really clean. Or no, this is a 4 hour, excuse me. 4 hour here. 4 hour fair value gap, just continuation. Bullish order flow, just holding. Can you open it now? I'm not sure what you mean. I did get a new PC, Twister, yep. Need one more day for my first payout. Not gonna lie, hesitant, lowered my risk a lot. I'm having a lot of break-even trades lately. Yeah, as long as you're not doing anything different than what you normally do, I guess. Nothing wrong with lowering the risk and securing the payout. No need to be hesitant though. It'll come when it comes. Just focus on taking good trades. That's awesome though. You're close. Don't fuck it up now, Nashty. Okay? Don't blow it now. You got this. I can't buy ABAC challenge from Bangladesh because there's no option to provide a Bangladeshi phone number. How can I buy a challenge from Bangladesh? I mean, you basically just said you can't. So I don't know. I'm not from Bangladesh. I can't help you. Bangladesh. I wouldn't even be able to tell you. I wouldn't even be able to tell you where Bangladesh is. No, I'm curious. Bangladesh. I mean, I know it's in Asia, but oh man, you're right by India. Bro, why can I not buy combine? Bro, help me buy. Bro, how I buy evaluation? Oh man, literally, dude, you're the armpit. Bangladesh is the armpit between India and Bangkok. Or Thailand, sorry. Thailand, Myanmar. Is that how you say it? Myanmar? Myanmar? India? Bro. What's up, Diego? Yeah, just waiting, man. Just waiting. Not much going today as we just went straight up at the open, but framing a potential short from this area. I'm just kind of waiting to see this level hold, and then I'm going to be more willing to engage, I'm thinking. I just didn't want to short this first PD array and then get ran out as we just continue to find support here off New Week opening gap, these fair value gaps in here, etc. So trying to stay patient. Was already patient enough waiting all morning. No reason to not be patient now. Nothing worse than literally being patient for 2 hours to then still lose. Like, God, that sucks. The only advantages that Top Step have is the platform. Do you mean Project X? I mean, I guess it depends if you consider Project X an advantage. I mean, I get that people like it. I think some people are kind of used to it. I mean, yeah, I mean, if you get used to the platform and you like using it, then it's very simple. I find it very irritating though. Like if you were to copy trade multiple firms, you know, whether it be through Replicanto or whether it be through like TradeSync or something, you can't even connect those accounts. You can't connect those Project X accounts to trade them. Like it's Project X exclusive. So for that reason, Project X is kind of annoying. Tanya is in longs. Nice. This level is starting to hold a little bit here. Need to see some displacement, like displace below this low. Let us trade that. Is what my idea is. I think she is live. I think she's live on Ninja Trader, right? Hasn't taken a W in 2 weeks. Listen, it's been a rough 2 weeks. Like overall. We did end on a nice win though Friday, so we'll try to keep her going here. Oh boy. Yeah, I think I will engage with this short if it wants to allow me an opportunity to get in this. 35 points up. All right, guys, I went ahead and hopped in this. Like I said, I'm trying out Ninja Trader, like actually executing on Ninja Trader for the first time, so if I'm a little clunky, sorry. But this is the position here. I think I already fucked up my replicanto. Huh. Out of sync. You kidding me? We'll get there someday, boys. Tradeify accounts. $100K payout this month? No, probably not this month. This way you guys can see it get stopped out if it gets stopped. Oops. But yeah, traded back above this fair value gap. This is what I was shorting from. So far, we've traded back above it, created an inversion. So now if it holds, it would be pretty sloppy, but back inside this gap, bearish breaker here. We put these equal lows right here on ES and NQ. We did not SMT. I'd feel a little worse if we had like an SMT here. Yeah, I'll have to see if I can also log in simultaneously with, like, right now I'm logged in on Tradeovate. I don't know if my camera's blocking it, but yeah, because I do like when you guys can see, like, whatever account I'm monitoring. I like when you guys can see, like, my positions here on the chart. So I'll have to see if I can figure that out. I'm not fluent in PC, all the technology yet. One thing at a time. Why don't I connect it with TradingView? Well, I'm executing on NinjaTrader. I'm using Replicanto to copy trade the accounts. And to my knowledge, you have to execute here in order for that to copy. Like if I execute on TradingView, I don't think it's going to copy. I'm not taking partials. I'm in just one. I'm in one mini, so I'm gonna try to hold through to get a trade back to first presented for value gap. Thinking I'll protect the trade and go break even if we can take out these short-term equal lows that got printed. If they want to get taken out, so. Yeah, that's what I've been doing, HelloX, with like my Tradeovate accounts. I'm not logged in currently to the leader on this, so maybe that's why it's not showing up. But I'm also executing on NinjaTrader, so that could be the issue as well. I can execute from TradingView. Billy says I can execute from TradingView on the leader account, and Replicanto will still copy. Can anybody else confirm that? I thought you couldn't, but maybe you can. Someone said SMT at the low. I don't see SMT at this low. If anything, yeah, no, I don't see any SMT at this low. Not with the S and NQ at least. Equal lows here. Like to see a rate of this, and then we can go break even. Welcome, ladies and gents. End of the hour coming here in a couple of minutes. Any advice on FOMO? Any advice on FOMO? You can have it, but don't take trades because of it. I feel like that's all I can say. I still get FOMO too, and I'm not perfect. Sometimes I fuck up and I revenge trade, but I'm much more prone now to, like, if I missed a move, I just missed a move, and I won't take a trade for that session a lot of the times. I know that's boring from like a streamer perspective. Like, you guys love the fireworks and the firing of shots at the market, and it's obviously more entertaining from that perspective, but like, that's why, like, you guys won't see me like longing, like, after a big move like this, you won't see me like continuously trying to long it. Even if we do get it like more of a move higher, I just usually am not trying to do that because I've already accepted that I've kind of missed the move. Like, if I was going to be in position for that move, I should have already been in. So that's generally how I choose to look at it. New hourly candle coming, guys, in the next minute. We'll see how the new hourly open behaves. You fucking me. Here we go. Damn. All right, new hourly here. Yeah, I guess if you start feeling FOMO, I mean, you got to have things in place. Like if you can't control yourself from giving into the FOMO and placing trades, maybe just remove yourself from charts. That's really the only way to prevent over trading altogether, is just getting off the chart. Like sometimes you literally just have to just click X on all your shit and just shut your computer down. Sometimes the longer you sit here, the worse it gets. Every hour has a PO3, yep. Just open it right back up. Oh, I appreciate the honesty. I'm sure we all know the feeling. Higher time frame point of interest for me would be this. So buy side taken here, this fair value gap. You could even go this order block here as well. We got bearish order flow starting to respect here with this 3-minute. And then obviously I'm playing something internally off of that. Expecting some form of a rebalance back down into all of this inefficiency in here. We are hitting new week opening gap though. So if it just finds support here and pushes higher, then I'm going to be cooked. But yeah, that's kind of the idea here. It's been just really one-sided all morning, so ideally would like to see a rebalance. To me, we're in a deep premium for the day. Consider market conditions? So no, I don't know. I trade the same. I look for the same default shit. Some days I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong. Some days I'm wrong. One hour SMT? Which SMT? The bullish SMT? It's there, I guess. It's there. Yeah, we're coming up on this high here. This internal high ES might get there first, but we're already SMTing this high here, so I really wouldn't want to see it go much higher if it's going to hold. SMT here. Macro ends in a few minutes. Kooky, I'm all out of ideas. I haven't tried yelling at it yet. Not yet. I'm saving that one. I put quite a bit of significance on the macro. That was also part of the reason that I avoided this 3-minute fair value gap and unicorn entry up in here, was because we weren't in the macro yet. And this is still kind of allowing us to use that same entry. So guy's going to be going break even here once these relative equal lows are ran. Right back up. Showing the Ninja Trader charts a curse, I guess. We just SMT'd against the trade. I don't like that. We just SMT'd here. Damn. Damn. I'm going to give it like a minute, but I'm getting ready to maybe just close this. I do not want to see this order block fail. We're going to move up here. I'm probably just going to get out. Still holding for now. Oops. I have 3 monitors. Sorry. I'm out. I'm out there. Take a little L on that. But I did fuck up something with the Replicanto today because this only copy... It didn't copy trade. I think I messed up. Yeah, I didn't have the instrument put in. That's my bad. Yeah, we came down sharply. We took out just this internal low, really close to these relative equal lows, obviously printing more sell side for later. And that was just so sharp. I kind of knew the moment this candle came up and closed that didn't look good. So, did not want to take a full stop out there if it was going to just continue higher, which it I mean, it looks like it's going to. So I'll eat the minus 360 on one of the 150k straight to fundeds on Tradeify. That's not bad. That's not bad. Right at the end of the macro too. Literally like a minute left in the macro, we did that. Yeah, I know. Like I'm lucky it didn't copy trade. When it was selling off, I was like, kind of like, fuck. Cause I'm a little OCD like that. I like my account balances that I'm copy trading to all be like the same. Retested the breaker again. I kind of want to just see what happens here. Obviously, if it just sells off, that's whatever. It's a little shitty, but I'm not gonna cry over it. I mean, I made my decision. I feel like I made a good decision in the moment with the information I had, so I'm not gonna be too upset. I just wanted to avoid a full loss there, given how this was starting to look. Yeah, that's the only trade I've taken today. Yeah, it was just straight up otherwise. Straight up, we didn't even trade back into first presented fair value gap, so I still think that could act like a pretty decent draw once, you know, we decide to rebalance. Maybe I should say if we decide to rebalance, because knowing price the last week or so, it hasn't really done a whole lot of that, to be honest. You know, looking at like you know, just look at these daily candles, right? Like all last week was just like straight up, not a whole lot of rebalancing. Obviously today we came down into this gap again. You know, looking at the weekly, kind of a similar story, right? Like, and then the monthly, this is where I think it's even a little bit more of like strange, right? We don't even trade back down into the wick on April. We had this March SIBI, bearish fair value gap, and we just literally didn't even. Marco was like, yeah, you thought. You fucking thought, pal. JK LOL. You know? But yeah, gave the entry an attempt during the macro. Waited through the entire macro. Got out at the end of the macro after it started kind of trading back against me a little bit. So that's all right. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. They're on Project X. Sandip. I don't, here. Everybody always thinks if you don't trade them that they just assume you blew them. I still got all 5. Kamika says, made money on my team I pay for and lose money on this free YouTuber. Lost my attention. All right. Congratulations, I guess. Pretty nice of you to tell on yourself. Let's break this comment down, boys and girls. Kamika basically just said they're a lifelong signal bot. They pay for signals. They come on YouTube live streamers and take signals. What a fucking loser. Signal bot. L signal bot Kamika in the chat. L signal bot. This is Kamika.
You know, and I'm not judging you, but I'm just saying everybody else is gonna.
Watch Kamika get all mad now. Oh, now Kamika's changing his answer. I'm on Discord, it's free. But this comment literally says, made money on my team I pay for. It's highlighted now, you can't run away. Watch him like go back and delete the message or something. Oh, now it's love, y'all. God bless you all. You guys see the switch up? This is why these trolls are pussies. You guys see the switch up? And you guys can say, oh, Tyler, be nice, let it go. Fuck that shit. People come in here and say shit like this, and then as soon as you call them out for it, they say shit like this. Love y'all. God bless you all. Now, and see this? When you don't let them, when you make them take accountability for their stupidity, this is the stuff they say then. The fuck your problem. That is fucking hilarious. That is awesome. Oh, I got one for you, Kamika. Here we go.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, that guy, I told you I'd make him mad. I told you I'd make him mad. Look at him. Oh, now he's all upset. Only I'm allowed to troll people. Good Lord. What a snowflake. That's awesome, though. Anyway, guys. Loss avoided there. Glad we closed out. Great management as far as I'm concerned, boys and girls. I don't get mad. Yeah, okay, pal. Okay, I'm going to live rent-free in your head probably the rest of the day. Bitch. But yeah, guys, we'll be live tomorrow. No News Tuesday. I don't think I'll be live this afternoon, but I may be starting the PM streams up kind of in the middle part of the week. Just kind of depends. But if I do take anything else, Team Bull. Oh God, Team Bull. That's fucking awesome. Isn't that the same guy that what was the prop firm that took a shit? It was Jay Dunn and what's his name? Danny Trades. This just gets funnier. This just gets funnier. Kamika, you're not helping yourself here. That's awesome, dude. Oh my God. You can't fix stupid. That is crazy. I mean, these jokes write themselves. Anyway, I'm just going to leave it at that, boys and girls. Enjoy your Monday. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Our trade sits at his desk, coffee in hand. The NASDAQ charts on his screen, he's in command. He's a day trader, chasing dollars and dreams. Using ICT concepts, he's got some tricks up his sleeves. From Fibonacci retracements to volume spread analysis, Tyler knows the smart money. He's every turn he's catching the high. Running with the smart money, kicking up dust. Tyler trades a day trader you can trust. He's dancing with the bulls, riding with the bears, making moves, taking risks, he's a millionaire. Dancing with the bulls, riding with the bears, making moves, taking risks, he's a millionaire.